One of the questions I've wrestled with for the last few years is, how can an all-good creator create a world which has so much pain and suffering, not just for human beings, of which there is an immeasurable amount, but for non-human animals? My name is Michael Murray. I am a senior visiting scholar at Franklin and Marshall College. If you look over the scholarly work that I've done, it's really work where I'm wrestling with the big questions that vex me. One thing I don't understand is, how can all these theories that we've talked about that are attempts to explain how an all-good God could allow evil, how do those apply in the context of non-human animals, especially like in the context of evolution, where there's all this pain and suffering before any human beings even came on the scene? And here's the answer. I don't really know. I don't know, but I have some guesses. I had found that there was very little reflection on this topic, at least recently, in ways that took seriously the history of animal pain and suffering before the advent of humans. One answer that some have given is that having the ability to experience those states is actually good for animals themselves. So a mother, for example, that protects her young offspring is doing something that has a kind of nobility to it, that adds goodness to the world. But being able to do something like protect someone else from harm means that there has to actually be a prospect of harm. So embodied creatures need to have some kind of an alarm system that tell them, you need to stop now. And one theory is that pain and suffering, both for animals and for humans, is just that kind of alarm bell. We have to have it if we're going to also have the good of being able to carry out intentional activity. There is one more answer that I explore. This one's perhaps the most complicated. When you think about the biological world in that way, again, it has a trajectory to it, going from these single-celled organisms to these organisms that manifest the divine image. So on this view, why are there non-human animals that can experience pain and suffering? Because they're all part of the instrumental ladder of creation leading to the creation of human beings, and have the ability to manifest the divine image, to steward the creation, and to engage in a relationship with love with their creator. Am I confident that the answers I've come to are always the right ones? Of course not. But the God who has made us has also given us the ability to explore him and the world that he's created, and we should use our skills and talents to do that. God has created us with minds that are curious. Right? He's created us with the ability to better understand the world that he's created, and therefore to better understand himself. This is an act of love and service towards our own creator. I think each of them provides a different kind of narrative account of the understanding of creation, and gives us a lot to reflect on as we think about God's intentions for the created order.